Hello, my name is Bob House, and I'm a financial advisor at A Financial. I'd like to talk to you a little bit for a few minutes and give you some information on a tax-advantaged way to pay for college called the 529 plan, which is named after the Internal Revenue Code. Now, there are two types of 529 plans. It's either a prepaid tuition plan or an education savings plan. The prepaid tuition plan offers a saver, which can be anyone, allow them to buy credits at the university to pay for future tuition and mandatory fees of going to college at the current prices. They usually can't be used for room and board or to pay for elementary and secondary schools, though. Most plans have residency requirements for the saver and or the beneficiary as well. Some states guarantee money in those plans that they sponsor, and you can lose money if your plan has a shortfall if it's not guaranteed by a state. And if the beneficiary doesn't attend a participating university, the plan may pay less or even a small return on the original investment. So an education savings plans allow a saver to open an investment account and pay for qualified higher education expenses, including tuition, mandatory fees, as well as room and board. It can be used at any U.S. college or university, and even some that are outside the United States. Plan savings can also be used to pay up to $10,000 per year per beneficiary for tuition at any public, private, or religious elementary or secondary school. The Secure Act of 2019 added as a qualified distribution repayment of student loans up to $10,000, but that's per beneficiary and it's a lifetime limit. So let's talk about the investment account. You can select portfolio options that range from conservative to aggressive growth. A good rule of thumb is to become more conservative the closer you get to needing the use of those funds. You can manage the plan yourself. You can also choose an age-based portfolio where, for example, when a child is born, the investment portfolio is aggressive and growth-oriented because you're 18 years away from needing the money. When that child is older, turns 12 or 13, for example, that portfolio will have shifted to more conservative principal protecting investments in anticipation of withdrawals coming in the next 5 or 6 years. If you plan on using the funds to pay for elementary and secondary school, your time horizon would be shorter, would be more risk averse since the money is going to be used sooner. Other ways that the 529 Education Savings Plan differ from prepaid plans are most states do not have a residency requirement. So you can choose an out-of-state plan if the performance is better than your state's offering. States don't guarantee the investments you choose in this plan. The only built-in principal protection is if you choose a bank product offering with the plan that happens to be FDIC insured. So what about fees with this plan? A prepaid tuition plan charges enrollment and ongoing administrative fees. The Education Savings Plan, on the other hand, charges those same fees and program maintenance and asset management fees and may have brokerage fees for researching the plan, investment selections that fit each client's time horizon, state tax considerations, and risk tolerance. So the next question is whether you should invest in your own state's plan. Well, it depends on whether you receive a state tax deduction, whether your state allows the use of money for elementary or secondary education expenses, and the performance of each state's investment choices. Those are questions that we can help answer to put our clients in the most advantageous position. So what about taxes? If withdrawals are made from a 529 Education Savings Plan for qualified higher expenses or tuition for elementary and secondary education in states that do allow it, those withdrawals are not subject to federal income taxes, and in some states, state taxes. So if you withdraw for any other reason, you're subject to state and federal taxes as well as a 10% federal penalty, just the same as you would on an early withdrawal from an IRA, for example. So what about financial aid? Does investing in a 529 plan affect financial aid? I get that question. In general, it will impact a student's ability to receive needs-based financial aid for college and can affect financial aid for elementary and secondary education. What about contribution limits? Are there limits to what you can contribute? Well, the answer is no. However, it's considered a gift and it's subject to the $16,000 per year individual IRS limit. That gifting limit tends to go up each year typically about $1,000 a year. Right now it's $16,000. So what happens if my beneficiary doesn't use the money? It can be used at some trade schools or career schools that have a federal school code. You can also change the beneficiary to siblings, parents, cousins, nieces, nephews, aunts and uncles, grandparents, or even a spouse. And there's no time limit on the account to dictate when the money has to be withdrawn. Even if you expect the beneficiary to receive a scholarship, there are expenses such as room and board, books, and supplies that scholarships aren't going to cover, but your 529 plans do. I realize that was a lot of information, but looking at the big picture, 529 plan is a valuable gifting tool. It allows you to invest in someone's future, leave a legacy by helping a student have the potential to start out in life debt-free. Again, my name is Bob House. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at advice@amuni.com or call us at 800-868-6864. You can find more information about us on our website also at amuni.com. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe.